Hey, this is Veronica Wasek with another episode of BK Biz. How to filter out less than ideal clients. There are many people that I see in the Facebook groups saying that they are talking to prospective clients and kind of upset about the fact that they didn't land the client, but then come to find out it was really the wrong client. It was not the ideal client. And there were many red flags along the way, but somehow we think that we need to be closing every client that comes our way, when in fact we shouldn't. There's a huge power in saying no and filtering out the wrong type of client, because in the end you will save yourself so much time and frustration and headache from dealing with the wrong types of clients. One of the ways in which I filter out less than ideal clients is in using my online booking tool called Accuity. With Accuity, a prospective client books an appointment with me, and we actually schedule a Zoom meeting. One of the things that I ask my the people that are meeting with me before they ever meet with me actually is to fill out a short questionnaire, and I get information about them, their company, number of employees, revenues, what kind of company they have, what are some of the big issues that they have. And first I'm able to qualify them because if they don't fill out the form, we're not going to have the meeting. Another way in which I qualify prospects is whether by answering the questions, whether they would fit the criteria of an ideal client for me. So for example, if their revenues are really low, chances are that my pricing structure is going to be higher than what they're expecting to pay. So already I have an idea as to whether or not they fit the ideal criteria for me. I also will know if they are an ideal client for me because they may not know how to use Zoom, which is my online meeting software that I use, and it's very easy to use. But for me, if they can't use Zoom, that tells me that they're not very techy, and my company is very, very techy. So I know that if a client can't really work with basic technology, they're probably not going to be able to work with the online tools and apps that we use. And of course, the most important is, do they show up for the meeting that they booked for me? That's huge, because that tells me that if they didn't keep the appointment, they are likely not very responsible. And in many cases, even though they'll reach out to me and ask, can they rebook with me? And I'll say, yes, yeah, go ahead. They need to find the link and they need to go through the process again. And 99% of the time they don't do it. Sometimes I will call that person just to say, hey, we had an appointment and it's been 15 minutes, you didn't show up. But only if I feel like they would be a qualified lead. But most of the time, they'll say they forgot, or they were distracted, or they're out shopping or something. Then I know that they're not very serious about working for me, which tells me they're not an ideal client. So hopefully this helps you to sort the good prospects from the bad prospects and know when it's time to actually not take on a client by some of those telltale signs. I'm Veronica Wasek. If you find this content helpful, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, and visit my blog at 5minutebookkeeping.com.